have disagreements about that. I've even cried about it sometimes, but it comes from a good place. I mean, it's a very stressful situation for me, I won't lie. It's extremely stressful. So actually, whether utashanga, you'd be shocked. Imeni stress from around November last year.
Nicholas Kiyoko.
Kijana wa Uzongo.
Nicholas Kiyoko.
Ile kipindi.
A lot more is coming back. Okay, let's move on.
Bas.
Kamene amefurahia.
No.
Let's talk about Jalango. Your relationship with Jalas, because umekuwa mkiwaka naye for quite some time now, and he is leaving radio, rather is taking a break. Una feel aje because kuanzia tarehe 9 mtakuwa na yeye?
I mean, it's a very stressful situation for me, I won't lie. Because it's been a year and some working with Jalas, and it's been amazing, and we've achieved so much. And we did not anticipate that it would come to such an abrupt pause. You see, a co-host is not just a co-host. You know, when your job is tied to somebody else, your life becomes tied to somebody else. Your goals, your finances, everything. The stability of your life becomes tied to everybody and to that other person. And any person who's in our job and has someone they do it with understands that. So it's stressful because now you have to start building something else with somebody different. And I've enjoyed working with Jalango so much. He's my best friend. He's my homie. You know, he's my number one go-to call. And it's not a relationship you can really form with someone else. And to be put in a position where you have to adjust and align and form a relationship like that so that the job can work is extremely stressful. So actually, whether utashanga, you'd be shocked. Imeni stress from around November last year, because you know the year is coming to an end, then the new year will come haraka, and before you know it, like now it's about 2 weeks. 2 weeks and maybe a couple of days before his last show, before he gets on the campaign trail. So ni pressure mob. It's not been easy, it's not fun, I don't like it, but ibrolos
lazima happen, eh?
You know?
Do you ever disagree mkiwa kwa studio wakati maybe mko kwa break, kuna ngoma inacheza pale, alafu mnakuwa like, Jalas ungefaa kuingia hivi, Kamene hapo nini? Do you ever disagree kwa studio?
Okay, we don't disagree on how the job is done, because Jalango is a very professional guy. We disagree on other things. We'd say maybe personal things. You know, because Jalango is also my friend. Jalango was my friend first before he was someone I started working with and doing business with. You know, if he feels like I'm not... like one thing, let's say one thing, mimi na Jalas ukosania sana, is if I'm ever late. He's a very categorical guy who knows how he wants things to run. The day has to start like this, and we need to start it together, and the show has to start like this. The minute I disrupt that for one reason or the other, he's extremely upset about it, which I understand. And we have disagreements about that. I've even cried about it sometimes, but it comes from a good place. That's the thing. With Jalas, he wants you to be your best. And when you're not your best, he takes it personally because he knows how far you can go and what you can do. So hapo ndio sisi uko sana. If one person disappoints the other. But work-wise, no. It's been smooth. We don't kosana about how the job goes. It's about what you're bringing to the table and are you bringing your best. If one of us doesn't bring the best, it's a problem. Yeah.
Okay, for the last few days mmekuwa mkichapa show na Dr. Ofweneke.
Oh yes.
Na leo mmekuwa na Ugaubina. Imekuwa your experience?
Very different. Ushawaisikia, you know the one for when you leave someone, you know what you lost, or when you meet somebody else, you know what you could have had. It's one of those ones. So working with the two of them has shown me, most importantly, how much Jalango added to the work that we did. You know, I've come to appreciate a lot of things that he used to do on the show, or does on the show, and the person that he is and the kind of friend that he is. At the same time, I've also seen how co-hosts are different. This is not my first co-host change. So at the same time, you know, it's not the first time I'm doing a co-host change. There was a transition from Kibe to Jalango. Now there's Jalango to, I don't know who the next person is gonna be. But for me, one thing it's taught me is how to remain consistent and good at what I do, so that no matter the person who comes to sit with me, the show will remain with the same depth and weight that it has. Jalango is a stellar professional. Stellar professional. Working with him has been one of the best experiences I've had in my career. It's unfortunate that we have to take a break. I don't know how it's going to go. I wish him the best, of course, with his political career. My ideal is that he'd be able to come back once he wins the seat and be the first MP who's also a radio presenter. But we never know how it's going to go. But it's taught me a lot, you know. People bring different things to the table, but my most fundamental lesson has been work ethic. Obina and Ofweneke are very hardworking men. Younger than Jalas, I think by 7 years or so. Very hardworking young men who are dedicated and have a dream that they want to pursue and are dedicated to it. And that has been one of the things that stood out the most for me, because I'm like, wow, I like to see what wanajituma. Jota mi mwenye, you know, a lot of people think mini babi, sijui what, that everything was handed to me. No. Nili jituma, by the way. People may think I'm privileged. I'm not. Everything that I am right now has been a result of hard work. Hard work. And Ofweneke and Obina, and even working with Jalas, has shown me that the only way to make it in life, to cement your life and to grow, is to work hard. Every single time when we have done the shows with Ofweneke and Obina, when I get to the office, they're in the office before me. And these are people who want a position. Ni maseleb, ni wase kubwa. But they'll come and they'll show up, and even before me, you know, because they want the position, wanajua any opportunity. And I hope young people take a leaf from their book and understand that the only thing that will get you success is hard work. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, ningependa utumie Jalango message moja akienda kuondoka redioni kwenda politics sasa.
Slausi. One, as always, you know, I am behind you 100% in every single dream that you want to achieve. This one is yours, and we shall make sure it's yours. You have been favored and blessed and picked by God. Amen. Of course, I'm not happy that I won't be working with you at the moment for some time, but it doesn't mean that we shall not be together. God will bless your path. He shall bless every single goal that you want to achieve. We are in this together. Wase Walangata, please, I hope you know that in this particular young man, kwa sasa when I'm young, is a great leader who will always put you first. That's one thing about Jalas. Jalas always puts everybody else first.
Before him.
Always. He always thinks about himself last. So you have a dedicated and of service leader in him. Jalas, tuko na wewe. Hauni happy, mimi njo niko na hatutoki na tunakuingiza asubuhi na mapema. But Langata, of course, you know, I'm one of his voters. But at the end of it, as we celebrate, when we celebrate your victory, because it is for sure. Kumbuka uko na kazi, lazima urudi Kiss FM. Sijui unaniambia nini. Umesikia? Asubuhi na mapema. Langata 1